Hello guys, I'm Nick Jones, and it's time for another episode of Gadget Gurus. Yes, Gadget Gurus episode 44 for Monday, March 14th, Pi Day. I forgot to even mention that, Pi Day. If you write your date 3-14-11 or whatever, 3.14, get it, Pi. Anyway, it's kind of interesting. I was kind of surprised that Google didn't make a what do they call those things? Anyway, if they didn't change the front page of Google to something Pi related. Anyway, guys, in this episode of Gadget Gurus, neither Jacob or I have a gadget to review, so today we're going to talk some more gadget news. We talk about the likelihood of a Wi-Fi only Zoom being introduced, and I don't know. Engadget and Droid Life published an article today, $600 for a 32 gigabyte Android 3.0 honeycomb device, of course the Zoom, and at Staples. And then we also talk about AT&T. They're capping their DSL. Now DSL customers will only get 150 gigabyte per month. We're talking about how if this is wrong or what, is there other ways to kind of cap people's data and, restrict how much you use? Anyway, we talk about that. And then also one of our gadget websites, hackgadget.com. Jacob and I like to look at this. There's a lot of different DIY things. We talk about some interesting things on here. But thanks for watching, guys, and Gadget Gurus episode 44 is next. Hello, welcome into Gadget Gurus episode 44 on pbcasttv.com. This is for Monday. I don't know why I just elongated that. March 14th, 2011. Thank you guys for joining us. This is a show every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, live.pbcasttv.com and on the PBcast TV network. Jacob, how are you doing today? Besides having an awesome dance party, like last week, but not really.
Yeah, it's nowhere like last week.
Yeah, it really isn't. Jet, we were sitting here talking before the show. It is, raining extremely hard, and,
it stopped. It'll stop in a bit on yours.
Oh, yeah. See, me and Jet live, I don't know.
8 miles?
Yeah, probably 8 to 10 miles away.
8 to 10.
I found that kind of funny that we were, getting down to specifics instead of just being 10, it's 7.523 miles.
Let me just pull out Google Maps real quick
and, yeah. Jet, today is one of those days on Gadget Gurus where we've planned for this. We planned for this I guess it's almost been 2 or 3 months ago when we started doing gadget news at the end of every show. Is that sometimes we're not going to have new gadgets, and one of those weeks is today.
Yeah.
And
because here at PBcast TV, we can't afford to buy something every single week.
Yeah. And I guess we could,
Or I just don't buy... Well, technically I did buy something every single week, but it's just not here because it's on a 3-week backlog because MakerBot can't handle expansion.
Yeah. So when Jacob gets that, we will have a 3D printing accessory. I think that's what you're talking about.
That's the MK6 upgrade from a stepper extruder, and it's a direct-driven stepper motor.
So it should be a lot better.
Yeah, it's like the NEMA 17 stepper motors that are normally the ones I normally get are that long.
Yeah.
This one's that long.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, like I said, we're going to be talking about some gadget news and jet. We haven't gone to hackgadgets.com in a while, and I think we're actually just going to do that at the end of the show because hackgadgets.com is one of our favorite sites to kind of check out some...
Alan Peckrith, or however you say his last name.
It's fun to look at some cool things that we're doing, that happen, and people... This is kind of like a DIY site, but, Let me ask you a question on Hack Gadgets, since we haven't done it in a while. Does the guy who runs it, does he actually aggregate the content, or do people, or is it just I'm gonna go post on
It's just him.
Okay.
If you look at Post It By, It's all like
Okay. Yeah. I just noticed it started raining harder. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our first story here. HP had an announcement today. And, you know, I guess an HP announcement kind of usually goes under the radar, especially, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Anyway, they had an announcement a couple months back talking about the HP touchpad and some other devices that they were going to be releasing with the new version of WebOS. The touchpad, of course, is their tablet. Looks a lot like the Playbook, in my opinion. Kind of like the Zoom as well, which also kind of looks like the iPad. But anyway, here's a little screenshot for you guys. Pretty cool. They're saying that it's going to launch in June. But this is one of the more interesting things. This came out this weekend. Is that the HP president came out right before this announcement. I think it was on Friday or Saturday. Probably should have covered this on Tech Weekly, but it actually kind of flew under my feed radar, I guess. But he actually announced that by 2012, HP wants to have at least most of their new devices, he said, ready. In air quotes. I know a lot of people don't like air quotes. Ready for WebOS in 2012. Which seems to mean to me that they're saying by the end of 2011 we're going to have a WebOS for PC beta coming out. I don't know. I mean, come on. Honestly, I'm not one of those people who thinks Windows is the greatest thing. I mean, honestly, I think Linux is pretty cool. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Windows is the only option. But, I mean, WebOS on a PC, I don't know. I mean, Jack, what do you think about that?
I don't know.
I mean, I can see it on I feel it on a tablet. I'm fine with them doing their own thing with a tablet, you know, kind of like Apple has Mac OS X, and then they have iOS. You know, I'm fine with that as long as you want to run OS X. That's fine with me. But you know,
it's like they're getting to the point where they're like, "Hey, you know what you guys need? Less power. That'd be great,
and more
less
HP.
Functionality too. Hey, while we're at it, yeah, let's just do that. That'd be great." Yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah. I understand you guys are trying to bring in like new little things going on with your stuff and junk. But, like, I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Like, stick with the mainstream things. Like, don't try to, I mean, for me, Android is a mobile operating system. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I personally think you should never have Android on your desktop. There's the way it is right now, I mean, it could change. I don't know. But the way it is right now, it's mobile. It's made for on-the-go work things. Same thing with WebOS. WebOS is not designed for, I'm going to sit down and type up an essay, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to do that with an actual computer.
I tend to agree. I mean, I can see maybe they adapt WebOS for something more suitable, but I mean, come on, just stick with Windows. I mean, you know, I think HP and their new with their new purchase of Palm, they're getting kind of ambitious, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're trying to get like way too into the operating system, I guess you could say. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, it seems more like a touch-friendly OS. And Jet, you've used Angry Birds on the PC. I think you might even have it on your PC. It's one of those things where it works, but doesn't it seem more friendly to touch? I mean, kind of. Yeah. I mean, Angry Birds, I've seen it. I just saw it in, what is it? They have it like in a netbook marketplace or the Intel marketplace or something anyway. And it just seems like it's kind of awkward using a trackpad and a mouse or something. I mean, granted, it looks like it works fine, but I mean, it's kind of like, I'm not going to play Quake or World of Warcraft or something on my iPad because that's not going to work. Same way, like Jacob said, I cannot type a paper on my iPad unless I have like even if you have the Bluetooth keyboard or some kind of keyboard attachment, you're still not going to want to type a paper because you have to touch every time you want to correct something and drag and all this stuff. But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, like selection, I mean, you know, come on. I want a mouse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I tend. Yeah.
Tablet, I mean, it's fine. I don't think I could probably go full tablet with, like, Windows. Okay?
I couldn't either.
Like, Android's good for tablet because it's designed for touch interface. It's designed to not have a mouse. Your mouse is either your finger or whatever. I mean, it is your finger because there is no non-touch Android phone.
Right.
But which would be horrible, by the way. Don't ever do it, ever. But like, yeah. Now I did see some Google TVs that have mouse inputs. It's okay, but still, you have to completely change the UI. The UI is designed for finger inputs, not mouse inputs. Mouse inputs are designed for, like, you know, things that are more precise, like stylus things. And then you're going to be adding stylus. You know, it's just like, oh, come on, just stop right now.
Yeah. I tend to agree. I mean, if you can, I can see Windows is they try to say Windows 7 is a touch. They don't say touch oriented. They say a touch friendly. I guess it's more of a touch friendly UI. You still cannot use a Windows. I don't care if it was iPad, everything. If it was just like the iPad, if it was the iPad and Windows worked perfect on it, it's still not going to work.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to use this for things I would do on Windows.
Yep.
Like, that is, for me, like I said, it's like mobile stuff. You're not going to, you know, have a stand for your iPad and stand it up on your desk and start typing up your, you know, your school report or something, or, you know, going on there and, like, start programming junk, or, you know, it's like you're not gonna go on, like, they got, like, I think they're kind of gimmicky, like on some of the apps on the iPad. I don't know how we got on iPads, but like for example, the iPad 2, the movie making app. I mean, it's cool and all, but, like, really?
Yeah.
Do you want to be doing full-blown, like, video editing on your iPad when you have, more than likely, you have you know, your Mac Pro whatever thing over here sitting there with, like, you know, 3-4 gigahertz of processing with your 500 terabyte hard drive or something, or whatever you got going on? You know?
Yeah. I think that somebody tweeted this earlier. They're like, tablet PCs, it was like I think it was kind of a joke, but they said tablet PCs or tablets in general, like the iPad and things, are the next Zune. So essentially, like, everybody, when they first launch, they're going to be like, oh, this is awesome.
Well, see, you got to also understand, tablets have always been here for the majority of the time, you know?
It's just they're all running Windows.
Well, yeah, but you can install other operating systems on them. But, like, for example, okay, my tablet, my ThinkPad tablet that I had, from, which was IBM, but now it's Lenovo, but before they were Lenovo, you know, regular laptop, but you can rotate the screen and fold it back down. It had a Wacom tablet built into the screen. It was a fun laptop, okay? You know, they're trying to make it like this is the only computer I have. You're never going to only have a tablet because it's not functionable enough. I mean, nobody wants to sit there and type on a screen all day long. They want a physical keyboard to, you know, they want a mouse to, at least I would.
Yeah, I would too.
Or a touchpad or something that you can, you know, get a little bit more, like, moving stuff around on a touch screen is ridiculously difficult. Yeah. Like, if you've ever tried to do, like, move like an icon on a touch screen, unless you click when you actually touch the screen, it's like you can't do certain things that you can with a mouse.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you lose functionality, I think. And they're trying to make that, like, your number one. It wouldn't be fine. It would be fine if they just kept it like, you know, here it is. This is like, here's an accessory to having a full desktop on your desk. Not, they're trying to, what I'm feeling is they're trying to push these things as, this is all you need. You don't need anything else.
And especially having, I think, not really with the tablet, but with the OS. You know, they're saying this is cross-platform. There's no difference. There's just one WebOS. You know. I mean, now granted, they're still going to want to sell you a laptop that runs WebOS, but you see what I'm saying? I mean, WebOS is just, I think, in some sense, like you were saying, it's all you need. But
like I don't want to like order a laptop from HP one day and then it has WebOS on it.
no, I don't want
You know,
to either.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to accidentally order like a single-use laptop. Like, this is my computer. Like, you know, before it was unheard of to have a laptop as your only computer.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, oh, I have to have a desktop, and of course, it was unheard of to have a desktop. You know, whatever. But like, I guess you got to go with the way things are going. But the way things are going are getting, I guess you could say it, more mobile and less functionable.
It's.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My phone can do a lot of stuff, but my desktop can do a lot more.
Yeah.
You're not going to go doing 3D editing on your phone.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to do much of any kind of editing on your phone. You know? Your phone is meant to actually just, like, connect you to things. Not, you know, display information, not, like, go Photoshop something or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the,
yeah.
yeah, whatever.
I mean, anyway, I think we've kind of. Anyway, yeah.
Killed that one.
Yeah, essentially, we don't want. We don't want WebOS on our laptops.
Yes, please. If HP CEO, if you're watching this show and you want to sponsor us, not just kidding.
We will love WebOS. If Wirecast runs on WebOS,
we'll say whatever you want to about
Yeah.
WebOS.
Yeah.
No, but really, like, I mean, by all means, go for like a little like portable tablet, but don't try to take over what a tablet used to be.
Yeah.
Don't try to redefine what the tablet is by making this new thing. A tablet used to be a tablet, or what we used to call slates. You know,
Okay.
that's yeah, okay.
So, Jeff, another interesting story today. We got two stories dealing with AT&T, which is pretty random, I guess.
That's
but-
crazy.
I know. I mean, AT&T. I mean, come on.
I mean, come on. I mean,
So-
for real.
First story. This is off Ars Technica. AT&T announced today that they were gonna for all their DSL customers, which I used to be a AT&T DSL customer for like we were DSL customers for like 10 years. They're now going to have a 150 gigabyte cap on every single DSL line, no matter if you have I think the highest is a 6 megabit connection or an 8 megabit connection. Can't remember. But it doesn't matter if you have the lowest, the middle, the highest tier, whatever you have, you still have this 150 gigabyte cap.
Well, you know what's going on here, right? They lost the iPhone, so now they're like, how can we still cap our internet? Oh, let's just do it on the DSL users. We still got that branch.
And this kind of interested me. I didn't realize this until I was just reading this article here, that it's fiber connection UVerse, which is kind of reminds me of what Verizon is doing with FiOS. It's their high tier, over fiber network, the UVerse. That's what they call it. It's going to be capped at 250 gigs. So you're going to have what's a normal fiber connection, like 50 up or 50 down and what up, like 5 up or something?
For fiber?
Yeah, what would you say, what is a FiOS connection about?
Oh, FiOS, it's normally like
I know it's about 50.
60, 10 or something like that. It has a pretty high upload.
Yeah.
Or 66 or something like that.
Anyway, but you're even though you have twice, even 5 times, if it's 60 or 50 and you're getting 5 megabits now on DSL, so we'll just say 10 times or whatever, however many times, you're only going to have 100 gigabytes more of data, and that's downloaded and upload.
Dude, and like I said before, I had the suspicion that Charter was like capping my junk.
Yeah.
Even though they don't say it anywhere that they cap their stuff.
Yeah.
Because I rant and raved to them one day, and it magically sped up. You remember seeing all that Twitter traffic, and he was like, "Want me to give him my cell phone number?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." But like, they do it. They know they do it. So why don't they just? At least I guess AT&T is actually coming out saying they're going to do it instead of just hide it from you, and then you're just like, "Whoa, why did I get charged all this extra money?" Charter doesn't charge you extra money. Or at least on certain things, they just like slow it down by a factor of 10.
Yeah.
Which really sucks.
But so granted,
I made sure I tested that out. After I got off the phone and it sped back up, I purposely downloaded a bunch of crap. Like, I think in 1 week I downloaded 500 gigs of something. So, and it was just random things. I was like, oh, let's see what this is. And
here's a 200
I'm still going 50 plus.
Yeah.
It kind of bogs down sometimes, but I think it's mainly my router, which I need to get a new one. So.
And the second AT&T story I reference is Verizon announced this as well too. I think it's kind of weird because I saw this announcement. Anyway, I think maybe they made it at the same time. Maybe it wasn't like a backlash or anything. But AT&T and Verizon and Sprint are all going to allow free calls and free text messages to Japan until the end of the month. Respecting everyone who has been maybe not found yet, or anyone who wants to contact loved ones or someone that they know in Japan. You can do that on on AT&T, Verizon, or Sprint until the end of the month for free. So you can have, if you wanted to if you want to send 2 million text messages to Japan, I guess you could do that.
You're like, hey, what's up, Japan? Except like the text messages would be like wouldn't the number be like really long or something?
I don't know.
Oh, but that's AT&T.
AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint.
Oh.
This is just an AT&T picture on Engadget because that was the first one to announce it, but then I guess they dug deeper or something and figured out that the other ones were doing it as well. Pretty cool.
And that was free calls also?
Free calls and texts. So that's a pretty good deal. Nice of them to do that.
So you can like call people and junk?
Yeah, you can call. Only to Japan though. So,
yeah.
Unlimited calls to the U.S. because Japan had a tsunami. Woo! No.
Yeah! Call anybody in the world! We're going crazy! Call your mama in Sweden! She don't care!
As much as we talk about Angry Birds and...
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Whoa. Free calls from here to Japan. When Japan picks up their cell phone, they get an enormous bill, right?
I guess so, but...
Oh, we just went through a tsunami, and I got a large cell phone bill now. What the crap? Thanks a lot, AT&T. Sprint and...
I guess I don't know.
Or
that is kind of interesting. I didn't think about that.
Because it works both ways. Like, I have unlimited data plan on my phone. I can talk as long as I want to, blah, 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 whatever. But if I call my mom's cell phone, it costs her minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that if I was in, like, Fuji, wherever, and called my mom in USA, it would charge her a lot more than just a minute.
I guess. I don't...
International rate charges may apply.
Yeah. So proceed with caution if you're watching this in Japan.
If you have Japanese friends and you are wanting to talk to them or text them, be careful. Because you might just cost them a bunch of money. Or yen.
Yen, yeah.
Yen. Which would be like a lot of yen, because don't you add like 3 zeros to yen and like...
I don't know, it's like,
or something?
Like $5 is like...
Yeah, I don't even understand how that works.
Anyway, I don't know.
They're like, oh, it's only 8,000 yen. I'm like, what? Why do you have such big numbers?
That translates to $8.
Just drop the zeros off. Why do you gotta have so many zeros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of an interesting story. Jet, we talk about Angry Birds a lot, and of course Angry Birds is coming out with a new version. It's called Angry Birds Rio Edition. And the headline here, it's only going to be on the Amazon App Store on Android.
What?
Yeah, so Amazon's coming out with their new App Store, which is going to be like, so now you're going to have like another App Store. There's a couple alternative app stores that you can get now that besides the Android market. Seriously, do we have to have more than one Android app store?
You know what they need to make? It's inevitable that they just need to make
an Angry Birds app store.
Angry Birds first-person shooter.
Oh, okay. They are on the console now.
You're basically like the little slingshot, and you're like, arr! And then you like walk around and pick up birds, and you're like, arr! and then, or maybe you're just a kid that has a slingshot, and you're just like, and you're like shooting all these pigs. I'm just saying. I just made the new Angry Birds game. You can send checks to P.O. Box
837. Oh wait, that would be
5309.
that probably is somebody's P.O. box. So if they're saying, okay, so I can't actually go there yet. They're saying that you can go to Amazon.com/angrybirds. Is this it? I think this is it. It's just taking a while to load.
What is the difference? Anything? Just a different theme to the levels like every other game?
That's, that, like, when they release the new seasons, all it has is, like, different block colors.
Well, we changed the wood to ice, and we changed the ice, the glass to hearts, and we changed the background, and we made it have funny music.
Yeah,
basically what we did.
I downloaded the new version onto my phone. It's a leprechaun themed for. When is
all I gotta do is open up my Seasons app.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
See,
about.
like, no, watch it not do it right.
Which Jacob we must add that was free on Android?
Oh, I haven't updated it yet.
Yeah. So you gotta update yours. There's last month's and tonight. This is this month's.
Oh, it did it. Why is it Halloween?
That's weird.
What the?
Did you just like cycle through them or what? How'd you do that?
I don't even know.
That's cool.
Play.
Oh! I got you. See, look. There's
it has all of them.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
It's levels.
Huh.
Oh, so that was the last. That was the last one they did, and apparently I just haven't got the new level on mine yet.
That's weird. I didn't realize that. I just thought they changed it. I thought
you got Hogs and Kisses, Season Greetings, Trick or Treat.
And then the new one's called Go Green, Get Lucky.
Yeah, which I haven't apparently I just haven't upgraded my app yet.
Guess so.
Yeah, so that's basically what you get with Android.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Freeness and awesomeness at the same time.
And Angry Birdsness. So, Jeff, speaking of Android, a lot of people have been talking about maybe there's going to be a Wi-Fi enabled Motorola Zoom. Wi-Fi only enabled Motorola Zoom because they're all, Wi-Fi enabled. But looks like it's going to be heading to Staples first. We've got a published ad
Staples?
here. Yeah, of all places.
I mean, come on, guys.
Staples ad here for $5.99, $600. Now, Jacob, I think even though we've heard the complaints of the Zoom, I think this could be a more interesting price point because $600. How Carlo would know for the 32 gigabyte iPad. That's $600. And this I always forget that the Zoom is 32 gigs, not 16. So, wait, I am right about that, Carlo. Right? $600 for the 32.
And also remember that
gigabyte.
This will be ridiculously complex to actually root. So sorry about that, guys. It's Motorola. Motorola makes it difficult, not like HTC.
Yeah, we talked about that before, and we actually referenced this. Was it on Tech Week?
Oh, sweet! It's uploading it now. Yes.
On last week's Gadget Guru show, or something that we would probably, if I was going to buy an Android tablet, it would probably be HTC. And Jacob said that he might go with the Samsung tablet.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to see. Because
I'm really ready for. I'm ready for a lot more Android tablets to be released,
I want like not like a massive one, because I don't want to be like, I can't fit this anywhere.
Yeah.
But like, like 8, maybe? 8 inches.
I mean, the iPad's 9.7.
Well, I mean, I don't really care for like a massive thing that I'm like, and I'm not like picking up my like 24-inch monitor, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's too big.
Okay. I didn't realize. I thought you were talking like bigger than the iPad. So you're just saying like that would be the optimal size,
like something that where it's like okay, I got more screen real estate than my actual phone.
Yeah.
But once again, I don't want like where I'm like doing this with my hand and like
I got you. Yeah.
Zooming in and like typing on the keyboard like this and.
I think I've talked about it before that the iPad in some cases is a little bit too big for me. Not always, but it's cumbersome to get around with. I mean, you can't just be like, hey, I'm taking my iPad with me.
Hey, I think I'll put it... Oh, wait.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta get my backpack. And then,
yeah. Sometimes I kind of wish that it was the size of what the Galaxy Tab is right now. I think that's kind of what you're thinking about, is because I like the Galaxy Tab.
There's a weight to size ratio that you have to, like, the sweet spot. The way iPad gets around that is they make it out of aluminum.
Yeah.
So you have the weight to size ratio, sort of. Like, it's
bigger, yeah.
But it's not too light where you're like, oh, what the crap's going on? You know?
Yeah.
Like, if you ever picked up, like, a netbook that was, like, maybe the cheaper of them, and you picked it up and you're like, I don't like this. Like, stuff feels like it opens up too easy. And it's kind of weird because it's all psychological, really. If if you feel like there's too much empty space in the device, it feels cheap. Even if you like,
if it's like amazing hardware and it weighs like nothing, you're still
even
like,
if you can play Crysis on it. Yeah. I'm just saying. But like the differences between my old netbook and my new one, which I'm not going to pick up because it's all connected to junk. Like this, the bezel is a lot thinner and like it's denser, and it just feels like it's better. It might not be.
Yeah,
you can have a slower one, and you might feel better about yourself because it's like supports itself.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell if you're looking at. I mean, you're totally right, because if I look at let's just say I look at some $400 PC that's 15 inches, and then I go look at a MacBook Pro that's 15 inches. I mean, which one am I going to say that's built better? Even if the PC is like, I mean, even if you could throw it against a brick wall.
Well, I mean, not even if it's built better in that sense. It could be
if you're just like picking it up and you're
faster
just like,
than the MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
But the fact that the MacBook Pro has that density ratio,
you're just like, this is a better
where
device.
It's like it feels like it just feels like it would fit better. I don't know.
No,
that's basically a lot of it is all psychological, and like people sometimes won't admit that, but it is. Yeah. You're like, oh, this feels better in my hand, so it must be better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the thin ratio, Carlo, to the lightness, I'm just saying.
I think Jacob could be like a designer for like Apple or something. You could just be like, no, this is all
I just come up
wrong.
with an equation that like,
you have an equation
if it
for
has
everything.
this much area, then it has to weigh at least this much.
Yeah.
If it goes over this, it feels like it's too bulky. If it goes under this, it feels like it's too cheap. This is the sweet spot, the golden rate. It's probably the golden ratio. If you really worked it out, it's probably that golden ratio thing.
Like
the
Avogadro,
whatever
Pythagorean theorem
over things.
Yeah.
Where everything's designed with the golden ratio and all that junk. I bet you if you did that, the golden ratio to size to weight ratio, I bet you would sell a bunch of more laptops. I'm just saying. So, all the main brand things, Apple CEO, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Motorola CEO, if you're watching.
We can help you improve the zoom.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Golden ratio. There you go. See, he's pulled it up in Wikipedia. We got it ready to go. That's how delayed we are. Sorry. It's kind of slow.
So, yeah. Pretty awesome. Jay, like we said, we're going to talk a little bit about hacked gadgets. So, anything cool you're seeing on here that we might need to discuss? This log cracker looks kind of cool, just going up to the top here. Looks like they built a machine that actually cracks...
He hasn't updated in a long time.
Really?
Or at least the last time I looked up on here. Well, like, often.
Yeah.
I mean, not up. Like, there's the, on the second page, I think, you got the fresh baked bread vending machine.
Ooh, that's...
It makes you a loaf of bread while you wait.
Let me see if I can find that. How far down is it?
It's, like, second page. On the top. No, page 3, sorry. Okay. Page 3 on the top.
I don't see anything that looks like a vending machine.
Page 3 on the top.
Page 3 on the top. That's pretty cool. So it's like the cappuccino
It's like a coffee
maker.
machine, but for bread.
That's pretty cool.
And leave it to the French to do that, because they would. I've already seen the one that does the homemade ice cream while you wait. That one's kind of cool. It basically has like a rotating marble slab that's super chilled, and it the way it freezes it so fast is that it spreads it out very, very thin, so it instantly freezes, and then it scrapes it all back up and puts it into a quart and gives it to you.
That's pretty awesome.
And I don't really know how they cook the bread really fast, because bread normally takes an hour to cook, doesn't it?
I don't. Maybe they have like those warmer things like they do at Subway or something. I don't. Which I don't know. But anyway, pretty cool. I mean,
Subway still takes long to cook too.
Well, I know, but
It's gotta proof it and all that junk. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I guess it might be fresh baked. It might have those
show the video.
Show the video. Okay, what is? Do we even know what it is?
I don't know. It's probably not bad. Oh, it's on Flickr. What the?
It's on Flickr.
Who puts videos on Flickr for real?
I think I always forget that they have something, so I'm like, oh, look, a Flickr video? What is this?
Oh, dude, there's no bread in the bakery. Oh, sorry, you haven't even played it yet. I'm ruining it for everybody.
Yeah, so there...
yeah, there's no bread in the bakery.
So now he's, I guess, got a little touch, but maybe not. Okay.
I'm just saying it's kind of cool.
Any French majors here? I don't know what that says.
Bonsoir, monsieur. How do you say? Bonjour.
Napoleon.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to press the button, stick out hand, receive bread.
Okay.
Attention, it will take up to an hour to make. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, apparently it's running some slow operating system that doesn't respond instantly when you touch.
Which 95% of all vending
He's trying to press... Oh my gosh. It's not a touchscreen, man. And 5 hours later.
Oh, and there it is.
$3? No, it did not make bread that quick.
I'm calling it's either... I don't know. It looks kind of... I don't know. That looks kind of weird.
No, it didn't cook. No, they cut the scene. They cut it. It didn't go from sticking money in to bread popping out.
I don't know, but
yeah, I did see the fire in there. That was it's like a toaster oven.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
and that also reminds me of the you guys ever seen the I think we talked about it on here before, the Coca-Cola machine?
The new ones?
Like the soda fountain that can make any Coca-Cola drink
I don't know.
out of one soda fountain?
I don't know. I don't remember.
They figured out that all of their Coke products can be like brought down to like 10 bags of syrup, basically.
Yeah.
And flavorings or something like that. And pretty much you can make any Coca-Cola sold product at all.
That's
like
pretty cool.
Any of them out of one soda fountain.
So it like mixes it together for you right there.
Yeah, it's like Remix or Coca-Cola Remix or something like that. And all the flavors, of course, are just flavors. So you have like, say Fanta, you have the Fanta base, and then it just flavors and colors it with a certain... Basically, it's like a Coca-Cola manufacturing facility right in the soda fountain.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just saying.
And, Jeff, have you ever been to the one in the Coke factory?
In Atlanta?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I'm going to have to admit. They got
Especially at the end when you can drink as much as you want.
Yeah. Like the Japanese Coke and stuff, and they got like Chinese...
This tastes like urine. Wait, what?
It actually does.
I know. The African Coke.
Yeah.
I told somebody one time it was urine.
Like, what? I knew that. Man. I knew it was.
Yeah, all this stuff is old. I've seen this, but
right.
I mean, we can show some of that, I guess.
Let's see if I can find... I think
there's some of those tantalizing ads at the bottom.
Yay.
Dog humping cats. I'm just saying.
Oh, that makes me want to...
I wanted to click on that. I wanted to see what was happening. Yeah.
I'm trying to find something.
But like I sort of like Hack Gadgets because he goes on there and he'll every once in a while he'll be like, name that thing, and like you reply in the comments and tell you, or no, you reply via email and get him to, you tell him what you think it is, and you can like win like an eye loop or like cutters or something like that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, he doesn't update as much as he used to. Yeah, because now we're back to the point where I think we've seen these before.
Jeff, seeing this helicopter here, I think one day we need to demo your cool little RC helicopters that you have.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
They did that on Dignation a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
I don't watch Dignation, but I have, like, there's like 3 people that I follow on Twitter that are, like, you know, all up in Dignation and everything. They're like, oh, it's Wednesday.
All up in Dignation, and then for some reason I just stopped watching it.
Hey, I don't know. It gets kind of, especially since nobody really uses Dig that much anymore. You're like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go directly to the source.
I mean, you used to be pretty big on Dig. I mean, you would go
Oh, yeah.
there.
I used to dig it up all the time.
And
but now I have other forms of getting my data.
Yeah.
Plus, like, they block practically everything at the depot now.
So Jacob,
I'm like, I can't even watch Hulu now at lunch. Oh.
So Jacob just gets Hulu and not Hulu, Google. That's it. You're just like, oh look, Google.com.
Yeah, well, I can search stuff. Yeah, I'm already back at the CES 2011 stuff. He put it on here, so yeah, we're and it's showing the pacifier, whatever it is, seal or whatever, which is retarded. Okay, so
yeah, I mean. No, Jeb. I think this has been a pretty good episode because
I think it has too.
Yeah. I know these might not be near as interesting, but I detailed. You know, if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow pbcasttv or anybody on Twitter, Jacob as well, you learn things that you don't learn on the shows. And next month I'm gonna be getting some new stuff for the studio, getting a couple Skype machines so we can get Carlo on a Saturday morning pretty soon. And also I'm going to be getting a new mixer and maybe a mic boom arm. So we'll have some good stuff to review then as well. And then Jacob's got his other 3D printing accessories.
Yeah, whenever they decide to actually ship. Because they said 3-week lead time, and I think they're actually true about that. Even though it said in stock, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
That really doesn't, you know. Maybe they're just
don't mark it in stock if it's not in stock.
Yeah.
Because it's not in stock if it's in stock.
But anyway, we thank you for joining us, as always, here on Monday. Today really wasn't I mean, it was kind of meh Monday to me, but it wasn't as bad because I didn't have to go to school. So, but it was regular meh Monday for Jacob. And plus, it rained on cue right when we were starting the show, which completely makes today a meh Monday. But anyway, you can follow Jacob on Twitter, twitter.com/freakinghuge, FREAKINHUGE. And I don't have lower third queued up now, I do. And you can also check out Jacob's vlogs. Is today episode 60? I think it is today.
No, yesterday was.
Oh, it was?
And I forgot. I got to go edit that comment so that it actually shows that it was 60. Sorry.
I thought.
But in other news, wait, no.
I think today is 60.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of something completely different. When you said 60, I thought you meant 100.
Yeah, yesterday was your 100th
videos
video.
that I uploaded to YouTube.
Yesterday was your 100th YouTube video.
Yes.
But it was the 60th day of the vlog.
Useless Machine, just throwing this out here. Useless Machine video, over 1,000 views now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Even though, like, some of my videos have, like, 3,000, 5,000 views, but that's besides the point.
That's in, like, 3 years,
who's counting?
though. Yeah.
Who's really counting there?
Yeah. Anyway. Pretty cool. You can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones. And then finally, you can follow pbcasttv on Twitter, twitter.com/pbcasttv, where you can see whenever we post an episode, also see when we go live. But the best way to find everything about pbcasttv, pbcasttv.com. And then also, we post all of our videos on YouTube as well for your viewing. And Blip.tv was having some problems with the search method that we were using, to do the RSS feeds, but I fixed it because it was actually not finding the album art or something. I don't know, but everything works now. So tonight I'm going to be putting a widget where you can subscribe to all the shows, just the shows separately or whatever. And then up next, of course, guys, if you're watching live, PB at Night. Pretty happy to say we're going to be talking about. This is going to be the first day of our 2-day series, tonight and Thursday night, because we do it Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, that we're going to talk about the NCAA tournament and how our brackets are going. Actually, I might have to do it we might have to move Linux Tuesday to Linux Thursday. I don't know. And tomorrow on PB at Night, OpenSUSE review. So, that's going to be awesome. Because it just released, when was it, 3 days ago or something? But I've been checking that out. But anyway, Smoothie, I might want to get your picks if you've got yours. Might get you to comment on some of them through the chat room. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining us as always on Gadget Gurus. This is episode 44. But anyway, until next time, I'm Nick Jones.
And I'm Jacob Roberts.
And we are the Gadget Gurus. See you guys. Jerry, gotta say peace.
I know, I'm about to.
Okay.
Peace.